Welcome to Lizards of the Toast. And we were playing the Witchmaw Infect. And those lands, I don't know. I just felt like there was a better way, and we could maybe squeeze black out. Now, not to say there's not a lot of good black cards like Unearth and the Undying effect cards, but I figured rather than unearthing, what if we could keep our infect creatures, which are so weak and so prone to destruction, from getting into the graveyard altogether? So I present to you Infect 2026. How does it work? Well, we're going to talk about it. And of course, as always, friends, the deck list is in the description below. And let's just get right into it now. This is I guess you could call it Simic. However, it does play white as well. But the white is, it's Apostle's Blessing. So I don't really want to, it's Simic. We'll just say it's Simic. I like that. That's a good way of putting it. Okay. So as we go through, we'll talk about the changes from Witchmaw Infect and why I think this one's better. And this actually is doing pretty good. Pretty good. And we're going to be doing some testing against some metagame stompers. So, we've already done that, but we're going to do it on camera rather. So we have our usual cast of characters. We have Gliss Gliss and 4 of the Gliss Glisses, but she's stuck together. Okay, so 4 Gliss Gliss. Of course we do. We have Ihor Clawmer. My cousin's name is Ihor. All right, Ihor. Anyways, great creature. And if you have some kind of like removal effect that you can use to like remove at instant speed a tapped creature, that +2/+2 is great. So if somebody's blocking and you remove the blocked creature, or the blocking creature rather, that will get that +2/+2, and that's pretty dang good. So 4 of those. Now there is no, like I said, black, so we do not have the Plague Stinger. But we do have the Blight Mamba, which is pretty cool because you can regenerate the Blight Mamba for 1 and a green, which it's not too bad. But the Blight Mamba is a 1/1 for 1 and a green, which is pretty bad. But we only have 2, so we don't have to cry about it too much. We just want to make sure we have an infect creature or 2. So the Blighted Agent, it's unblockable. That's pretty dang good. But you know what? Most of our creatures are unblockable. But we're running 4 of those. We were going to run 3, but that was when we were finagling with things. All right, now let's talk about those instants. You guys are going to like this. I'm excited to show it. Everybody loves Infect. Everybody loves the underdog. I do too. I'm always rooting for the underdog, and Infect has certainly become that. So we have 3 Apostles' Blessing. We don't have 4 because not only do we not want to pay life, but we have other ways of protecting our stuff. So Apostle's Blessing, I should probably read that. Target artifact or creature you control gains protection from artifacts or from the color of your choice until end of turn. So we can pay that Phyrexian mana. So 1 of either our blue mana, our green mana, or our colorless mana. Tap that, and 2 life. So why did I say tap that? I mean, tap our mana. You get it. You know what I mean. Tap the green or blue. Whatever. Quiet. All right. Distortion Strike. Target creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn and is unblockable this turn. Oh, 3 of those. Look at this. Oh, the secret. All right. So this right here is just great because that rebound, if you cast it from your hand, exile it as it resolves. At the beginning of your next upkeep, you may cast this card from exile without paying its mana cost. And these 3 in here, I will tell you, a turn 1, Gliss Gliss Elf. Turn 2, this on the Gliss Gliss Elf with a mutagenic growth. This played for free on turn 3, turn 4. That will seal the deal, friends. Or was it turn 3? Yeah, so first turn, Gliss Gliss. Second turn, this. Then third turn, that's usually, fourth turn. But sometimes you need to go to the 4th turn. But we've been doing real good with this, running 3 of those. Sometimes it finds its way into the seed board, the squidity badidi board. We have a Relic's Roar. Until end of turn, target artifact or creature becomes a dinosaur artifact creature with base power and toughness 4/3 in addition to its other types. That's so good, right? I mean, I love it. So, 1 blue, it's an instant, and it's basically giving you a 4/3 for 1 blue. Now, there's cards that are better than this, but then ask yourself, are they better? So, let's say we mutagenic growth our Glistener Elf, and somebody's like, a 3/3 with Infect. That's fine. Say we have another growth spell in our hand, and I like to use mutagenic growth in just that way. I'll pay the life to do mutagenic growth. I'll bump one of these Infect creatures to give it +2/+2. They'll take it, but I'll say, okay, no blockers. And then I will hit Relic's Roar down, and then maybe play another thing if I have the mana. So that's usually like a turn 3, turn 4 event there. And Relic's Roar combos with a wonderful card here. I wouldn't even call it a combo. It's more of an interaction. But we are running 4 of these, and no less, and I would take anything out just to run 4. Never in the sideboard. Relic's Roar, 4 in the main deck, always. And I'm going to show you why. So we would definitely sideboard this first. So it's 2 mana, 4/4 with hexproof, basically. It's good. It's green. Got 2 of those here, but definitely that's a target. That'll go in the sideboard very quickly. Now, Embiggen. Until end of turn, target non-Brushwagg creature gets +1/+1 for each super type, card type, and subtype. So, all of our Infect creatures, they're going to get a huge bump out of that because they're Phyrexians. And let's see here. Yeah, we have Artifact creature, Elf Warrior. So each of these creatures will get +4/+4. And I'm quite certain let's see here, where did you go? The Blight Mamba is a Phyrexian creature snake. So that will get +3/+2. I don't. Yes, the Blight Mamba gets +3/+3, not +4/+4. So couldn't remember that, but good food for thought, okay? Because this is a Phyrexian creature snake. So Embiggen coupled with this. Now, let's say we hit our snake with this. Then it becomes a dinosaur artifact Phyrexian snake. So just like this, our Blight Mamba then gets artifact added to its type. So it's a dinosaur artifact human rogue. So Embiggen coupled with that right there, those 2 instants. So you swing in with that. They can't block anyways. Put those on it, you've won. Just like with Distortion Strike, one of our smaller creatures, the same thing. And you know, as I go through this, I gotta say, like, the Witchmaw version of this, it's so good. We kind of want to go back to it sometimes, but we don't know. We're testing both of them out, and whatever one you guys see on the channel in the Fight Club will probably be the one we went with. So anyhow, another Embiggen down there. So 4 of these and 4 Relic's Roars and 4 mutagenic growth. These are really the heart of it all. Certainly. And then Rancor is a great card. And we only are running 3 in here because it's such a tight list, you know. And we're getting a lot of unblockable anyways, but the +2/+0 and trample is really, really good. Plus being able to put this back in our hand is great. Might of Old Krosa. 3 of those because, again, our creatures are unblockable, but we're still giving our opponent the know-how of seeing that we have added +4/+4 to our creature. I mean, the +2/+2 at instant speed's good, but it's just, you know, again, like one of these will find its way into the sideboard. Now, we can't get too greedy in this list, and we have to protect our creatures. So we have things like Spell Pierce here. These 2 Spell Pierce target creature, counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 2. There's just 2 of these in here, but The Blight Mamba will often find its way into the sideboard, and other things will as we move into more aggressive decks that are looking to remove our creatures. So let's talk about the mana base. We have an Escape Tunnel, Tanglepool Bridge, Simic Growth Chamber. And with the Growth Chamber, we just like to run 2 of these. This Artifact Land, I'll show you why we're running Artifact Lands. Now this is really good because with Escape Tunnel, see that says sacrifice Escape Tunnel, target creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked. So I'm going to show you something. Let's take one of our buddies here. We'll do Blighted Agent. So the way we would play this, say we played this on turn 2, it's turn 3. So before we do anything, we say, all right, we are going to sacrifice Escape Tunnel and we're going to target our Blighted Agent. So it can't, and even though the Blighted Agent can't be blocked, that's why I chose it, because it's funny. Get it? It's okay, relax. So we have an unblockable creature, and see what its power is. Now, it's important to do that at the right time, because if we do that at the wrong time, the unblockable doesn't matter. Like if it was a Blight Mamba or something, and we're like, okay, we are going to hit it with Relic's Roar, then we're going to embiggen it, and we're going to make it unblockable. Well, you've done that in the wrong order, buddy. So you go like this. Okay, it's unblockable now. I'm going to move to my attack step. I'm going to swing in. No blockers. Before the damage is dealt, this is where we go. And that's how that's done. So we're just running 1 of those in there, though. Just the 1. Just 1 Escape Tunnel. That's pretty good, too, to get that basic land card, and we have some good targets for that. So Tanglepool. Thornwood Falls is good. We're running 4 of these in the deck because that life is very good. We like the life. It tastes wonderful in Lifeville. All right, so now let's look at just these basic lands we have. We have forests. 2 of those. Good target. So we have Tree of Tales. It's our artifact land. We're running a play set of those. We have 2 blue artifact lands, I think, right? Is there 2 or 1 in here? There's the 2 blue artifact lands and 2 islands. So the reason we run these artifact lands is in our sideboard, I will show you. So we have blue elemental blasts for the red decks. We have Tormod's Crypts for the graveyard decks. And this is really good. That 0 cost is important in a deck like this. Where Relic of Progenitus is too slow for this deck. You could run it, but you'd want to kind of go more like a counterspell way. Like I think Relic of Progenitus would find its way happily in the non-creature infect version. The one that uses spells. Kind of proliferates infect. So we have pick your poison. Each opponent sacrifices an artifact. Each opponent sacrifices an enchantment. Or each opponent sacrifices a creature with flying. This is super powerful. In this, and we are running 3 of those. I mean, I love choices. You guys know that from the modern videos. We love choices. All right, so Dispel. Counter target instant spell. 1, et. And that often finds its way into the main deck. Such a good card. There's no paying anything. It just counters it. Get it out of here. You're not going to hurt our guys. Here's our other 2 Spell Pierce. Counters the target spell. Now, this is why we have artifact lands. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Its controller gains 4 life. 2, a 3. So, these right here, these 3 will find their way in, and we will target these. And that's pretty dang good. And I'm going to show you something else. Just in case we have a cheeky opponent. Another reason we're running these artifact lands, and this is a little bit of an outlier, but right here, until end of turn, target artifact or creature becomes a dinosaur artifact creature with base power and toughness 4/3 in addition to its other types. So we can make our artifact lands become a dinosaur. In addition, we can hit these artifact lands like that. So that's not too bad, even though we're not trying to get damage that way. I mean, at the end of the day, if you can get some kind of big old damage through like that, that's really not that bad. A couple of those, I mean, that'll make them think about it, especially if they have any type of pay a life to do something. So that's how we protect ourselves. And again, we're going to be taking this to the map and we're going to see where it goes. And whether or not it does well in the next couple of days is whether or not you see this or the Witch Maw version. And if enough people watch this, like more than 12 or something, or if even 12 do, at least a couple of those people let me know. Should I do this one or should I make this a Witch Maw by just adding the black? Because I do not like how the Mamba doesn't take the full benefit of my Embiggen and Relic Roar. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one, babe.